All right, guys, this is part 02 on SSL certificate expiry automation, and it is a long pending session. Today, we are going to focusing on why SSL is extremely important in the real world systems. It ensures secure communication through encryption, verifies that the user are connecting to the correct server, and preventing man-in-middle attacks, and maintains data integrity so nothing get altered in transit. But from an engineering perspective, the biggest challenge is that the SSL certificate expires, and if you're not going to renew on time, website can break, users may lose trust, and businesses may face serious impact. That is why monitoring SSL certificate is critical. And in this session, we will move into the practical Python implementation to automatically track certificates and alert us before they expire. Let's understand the system requirement for this solution to work. First, we need the Python installed, preferably Python 3.x. Since we are using built-in libraries like SSL, socket, and datetime, hence no heavy external dependencies are required. The system should have network access to the target servers over the required ports, and typically that is going to be 443 for HTTPS, because a script which we are going to run going to establish a real-time connection to fetch the SSL certificate. It should run on any of the OS like Linux, Windows, or Mac OS, but in production is usually deployed on a server or monitoring system. Optionally, for scaling this into the real-world solution, you may integrate it with scheduler like cron jobs on Linux or task scheduler on Windows to run this periodically and extend it to your alerting mechanism like email to further integrate with ServiceNow tool or whatever you might have been running in your prod environment. Let's prepare for the lab. So first thing you need a Linux box. I'm running this Linux box on Azure environment, and let's check whether I have Python 3 installed. So I'm running 3.12.3. That is basically going to be the first requirement. You should have Python installed. Now I'm going to upload the script what I have. Let's create a file which is going to be, let's say, sslcheck.py, and inside that I'm going to put my code. And now let me explain you this code as well. I opened this SSL check Python code. Let's quickly walk through the code to understand what's happening. We start by importing the core libraries, which is going to be socket and SSL, to establish a secure connection, and datetime to handle the time related calculations. To get SSL expiry function, basically there is a function which connects to a particular host, and the port number which I was saying by default is going to be the 443. So this function basically connects to the target server, retrieves the SSL certificate, and which we can extract not after field that contains the expiry date basically. Then in the SSL check, we are going to compare your expiry date with the current UTC time using the time zone aware datetime, calculates the number of days left, classify the certificate as valid, expiring soon, or it may be already expired. So this script is designed to handle both single and multiple host. You can basically upload the file also here, which might have multiple hosts which you want to do scan against. And that will include your email functionality as well. So what you can do, if you want to share those results over the email for the real world monitoring use case, this functionality can also be used. Overall, the flow is simple. You connect, fetch the certificate, extract the expiry, compare, and prepare a report. Let's try to run this script against google.com and see whether this is going to retrieve the information. By default, the port is going to be 443. So let's try to run this. And now we can see this is my SSL certificate report. What it is doing is trying to fetch the certificate from the host, which is google.com on 443, and it is telling this is valid certificate which is going to expire on this date. How many days are left? 59 days are left. So you also have an option where you can mention the, if you're running your SSL on the customized port, let's say. So what we can do, we can add, so instead of 443, I'm going to try for 8443, and let's see if that works. So it's not working. It means there's no services as such running on 8443. So I'm going to pause it. And the reason behind I wanted to show you, so if you're running on the customized port with this command, you can mention what is that customized port where you are running the SSL services, and it will give you the results. The next thing, what you can do, you can also do a scan for file. So let's create a file here, which is going to be host.txt. And in this file, I'm simply going to put, did I saved it? Yes. So I have two hosts basically in this file, and let's try to run a report for against this file. Now it is giving for google.com and for github.com as well. Like that, if you're running, maybe you're hosting your services on F5 or any of the load balancer, basically you can prepare this host.txt, put all the hosts you want to monitor, and then you can basically go for scheduler. And every time the script runs, it will give you those reports. Either you can see it on the screen or you can do it integration with your email. So thank you so much. This was the part 2 which I wanted to show you. I'll see you in the next video.